This podcast is recorded on Gadigal land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Hey chicks, I'm Sal.
And I'm Al.
And this is Two Broke Chicks, the show that shares life lessons and tips to help make you rich in life. And welcome back to another spicy episode of Chicks
meatball.
Chat. Advice with the chicks. It's that time of the month where you
it's
chickies...
that time of the month.
Yeah. It's that time of the month where you chickies send in your dilemmas and we're going to dive in, give our raw reactions and our 2 cents. I'm excited because I always love these episodes.
Same.
As always, we haven't read through these. They were picked out by our wonderful producer, Bree. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, dilemma number 1. I have a serious issue here.
Oh.
I have a guy at my work who I am very attracted to and may even have a little work crush on.
Oh.
However, I am in a long-term relationship and am utterly in love with my partner.
Oh, no.
I know. I still get butterflies in my stomach when I talk to this guy at work, and I find myself checking how I look in a mirror before I know I'll be in a room with him. He has even somehow come into a few of my dreams.
Ooh.
I already feel like I'm doing something wrong, but he just always seems to pop into my head and I'm stuck on what to do.
Is dreaming about someone else when you're in a relationship cheating?
I think it depends on how you feel when you wake up.
If Rob had a dream about another girl, I would never let him go back to sleep again. You lost that privilege. You'll stay awake. I'll get a monkey clapping cymbal thing going. Ding, 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 ding.
Just you.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. Look, I think like crushes are a very normal part of life. Like to think that you're going to be in a relationship and once you get in a relationship, poof, you never like are attracted to anyone ever again. Like that's unreasonable and like it's just not going to happen. Like you have eyeballs.
Yeah, like
You know.
you're going to come across people who you think are hot and find attractive. And I do also think that work crushes are so common because it's the forced proximity.
Yes.
And you're with people all the time.
It's the airport. We've talked about this before. It's
Yeah.
the workplace Riz theory that people at work are hotter just because they're in the workplace.
And you're bored.
And you're bored.
Yeah.
Because, like, what are you going to do? Stand at the fax machine? No, that doesn't sound as fun as, like, you know, looking
They're
at a
being
hot
like
person.
a cute guy in a
being like,
meeting.
ooh.
Yeah. And there's also like in some cases there can be that bond between you, like that trauma bond that happens
Or
with
being like, I fucking hate Leslie.
Yeah,
You know?
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do think that those things do mean that a lot of the time it is really common to get a crush at work.
I mean, she did say I'm utterly in love with my partner. And it's more like, is her dilemma that she feels like she's doing something wrong and she doesn't know what to do? Don't.
Well, that's the thing with stuff like this is that I'm like, I don't think that this makes you a bad person.
No, you're only a bad person if you act on it while in a relationship, really.
Yeah, or you're like pursuing it knowing that it's wrong. Like you can't really
it's
help.
called something. I need to look it up. There's this thing that it's called when you like overlap, you like soft launch a relationship before you've ended a relationship. Have you heard of these? What is it called? Let me look it up.
Yeah.
There's like a full like internet name for it. Monkey branching. That's it.
Oh.
That's it. When you like are holding on to one branch and you're going for the next branch, but you haven't quite let go of the other branch, but you're like, oh, I've already got a new branch. That's when I would say, naughty, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're unsatisfied with your relationship and then you're like testing the waters with somebody else while you're still in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people, and I'm not saying that this is you.
No,
I'm just saying
it's
like
just
on
it's
the
also
topic
an
of
interesting
combo.
thing to talk about.
And I definitely have known people in my life
I've known people who
are
are monkey branch too.
And I think as well, like it's scary to be alone.
That's the thing. So this is what it says is people monkey branch because they fear being alone. They have a deep discomfort with being single, and it drives the need to secure the next person first. Conflict avoidance. People use a new connection as a safety net to avoid the difficult emotions and conversations of a clean breakup.
Yeah.
And 3, emotional outsourcing. So they're seeking validation, comfort, or intimacy from a new source before doing the hard work of ending the old commitment. So, like, I don't think if you've ever monkey branched in your entire life, like, you're the worst person, unless you're like, you know, we can grow, we can learn.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that, if you feel like you're moving on and you need to set up the next step of a relationship, there's obviously like internal work that needs to happen. I don't think that's what's happening with this chick, because she's it seems as though it's more just, I have a work crush, but I love my boyfriend. Am I doing something wrong?
But I think that's kind of what you have to do, is like really reflect and ask yourself. Is it just because it's something
new and sparkly though? Like, is that just all it is? That, you know, I don't think, unless, you know, but she says she's happy in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you are unhappy in your relationship and, you know, they weren't very nice to you, or you fought all the time, or you wanted different things, your values weren't the same, then I'd be like, you know, I think this is more about the fact that you're unhappy in your relationship. But I feel like this is just the workplace Riz doing its thing.
Yeah. I think it's important to ask yourself, like, how serious do you really think this crush is? How long has it been going on and you've been feeling this way? If you weren't in a relationship, and
would you pursue something?
And also,
that might just fuel the crush though.
Well, maybe there's something there then.
Or
I'm also like, if you saw this person on a dating app or on a night out, would you pursue it? Or is it just the fact that, like, everybody else at your work is, you know, like a 50-year-old man, and then there's like one person who's hot, relatively attractive like in your age.
Yeah, maybe like a 6 out of 10, and you're like, well, that's a 9.
Yeah.
A 6 out of 10 is a 9 out of 10 in the workplace.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. Same at the airport.
But I just think that it's important to, well, firstly, you've acknowledged that you have a crush. I think that is a big step. But also just setting those boundaries for yourself. I think, like, asking yourself some of those questions can help you, like, take maybe the rose-colored glasses off a little bit and be like, actually,
find something about the crush that annoys you.
Yeah, give yourself the ick.
Give yourself the ick. Like, look at his socks. Socks are a great place to start. Yeah. What kind of socks does he wear?
Or does he, like, bring tuna in?
Yeah. Does he chew? Does he bite his fork when he eats his food?
Does he leave his dishes in the sink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he, like, man spread when he sits at his desk?
Yeah.
Actually, wait, that might actually turn you on a little bit.
Yeah, true.
Don't look at that.
True, but I honestly think do those things, but, like, know the boundaries. Like, don't flirt.
Yeah.
Be wary of the Christmas party.
Don't go to the Christmas party. Just don't go.
And anything like that.
Avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
You'll be right. You sound like the fact that you're even like, I had a dream, I'm a bad person. Like, you sound really sweet.
Yeah. And I think if you're thinking about it and seeing this person a lot, like, it's only natural that they're going to appear in your dreams.
Yeah. Maybe just avoid them a little bit.
I think so.
Bit.
Try and set up
clear.
Yeah. Because crushes can either they'll, like, burn out over time, or they can just get more intense with the proximity. So I think that
quit your job. I'm kidding.
Putting a boundary between you and this person,
get
whatever
him
that
fired.
is.
That's my advice. I'm kidding. All right, dilemma number 2.
Okay.
I have a small dilemma that is probably making me more stressed than it should. I'm only 18 and just graduated high school, so in theory this should be my prime social time. Yet I'm finding not many friends putting in effort anymore to see me, let alone text me. And although I'm trying my best at uni to put myself out there, I'm finding no one is giving me the same energy I'm looking for. I'm stuck because I don't know if I'm overreacting or not. I feel like I'm thinking too hard about it, and every weekend I don't need to be invited to something. But I can't remember the last time one of my girlfriends asked me to do something and organised it rather than them saying we should, and I take the step to actually make it happen. It's been a lot of we should do something, yet no follow-ups. I feel like social media in particular puts a lot of pressure on me to always be out and about with people, so I try my best to disconnect. But it's hard when you see people out all the time together or purely always texting each other to not compare yourself and wonder where you're going wrong in your friendships. I'm unsure if my expectations are just too high and it's too much to ask for, but it feels like I've never met anyone that puts as much effort into friendships as me. But is this just my ego talking? I'm wanting any advice on what to do, how to feel, or the realities of changing friendships as you leave school. I know I'm on the younger side, but see myself as a lot older mentally. I'm constantly waiting for that, hey, want to do something this weekend text, but it just never seems to come. Do I just wait it out until I get older? I just don't want to be missing out because I'm sick of doing things myself, but I'm getting so drained from no one giving me any effort I give them. Sorry, chicks. I hope that makes sense. It's very confusing and I'm still figuring out how I'm meant to feel. I want to crawl through the phone and give her a hug.
Me too. That makes complete sense.
Yes!
And I think like thousands of people are literally listening to this right now saying, yeah, I've been there, or I'm there right now. Like this is, I would say, like an entirely universal experience, and not to say that that diminishes how that makes you feel, but just to let you know that you are absolutely not the only person who feels this way, and that it's not a forever feeling as well.
1000%.
I feel we spoke about this quite a bit in our book, Finding Your People, and that expectation. I think especially in like transitioning from high school into your early 20s, it's like your first real chance of freedom. And like you're not just seeing your friends.
It means effort needs to be in there. Whereas like when you're in school or things like that, it's you don't actually need to organize to see people because you just go and you see people. It's the same with work friendships, you know, like this actually happens the whole way through life, that like maybe you've got a work wife and you see each other every day at work, but if one of you gets a different job, in order to maintain the friendship and relationship, you both need to put in effort. And so from what she's saying is like, I'm always the one that's putting in that effort. And I've had so many friendships like that throughout life, and it's not a reflection of anyone that if they feel like people don't put in effort to them. Like, I don't like the whole narrative that it's like, oh, if someone doesn't have a bunch of friends or a bunch of group of friends from high school, then like they're the problem.
Yeah.
Because like friendships are hard, friendships are difficult, and just saying that that means someone's a bad egg is such a rogue take in my eyes. You know, you will absolutely find people, but I don't think your expectations are too high. Like, I have also felt like I was the person in friendships that always wanted to see people and hang out, and I don't necessarily think that some friendships got that. And I did have moments throughout my early 20s where I went, okay, I'm actually not going to send the message to hang out and see if we actually do ever end up hanging out. And some of those friendships dwindled. Some of those friendships didn't end up making, you know, going the distance because that effort wasn't there, and that was effort I wanted. Some people don't always want that. Like some people don't want or need that from friendships, and it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, some people are happy to not kind of talk every day or see friends as often, and they will have their like low maintenance friendships. That's fine. They can vibe over there. But if you want more present friendships, that's not having expectations that are too high. At least I don't think.
No, I don't think so. I think it's also just recognizing that, yeah, people have different level of expectations and in terms of like effort and what that looks like and what that should be in friendships. But if you really do care about these friendships and these people, and you do still want to evolve those friendships and carry them into like your 20s and beyond, it is sometimes worth bringing up the conversation. Like I do think that you can go the route of like, all right, well, I won't text and see if they do.
I don't know if that's necessarily like the route that I would take now in like my 30s, but that's like something that, you know, was more.
I think that's a valid thing though, if that's what you want to do. If you're like, I want to just see, and then if it doesn't happen, then it's not meant to be. You don't have to do it out of spite and be like, see.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that's not what I want to be. I don't want to be recommended being like, don't message anyone, and then if they don't message you, then they're a shit friend, because what the flaw in that is that there might be something going on in friends' lives that you don't know about.
Yeah, that's
so
what
like,
I was going to say, is that it is worth bringing it up, and whether that is like, in my experience, I had something in like my early 20s and I hadn't heard from somebody in a really long time, and I think I sent them like 2 messages and didn't get a response, and then I just figured, you know what, like I do want this friendship to work, and I want to see what's going on, and maybe have I done something, or is there something else going on? So I just sent another follow-up message and said, hey, like, I noticed that you haven't responded to my last 2 messages. Is everything okay? And then that person opened up and said, hey, I'm so sorry. I have been so busy with work. I've got a lot of things going on. You know, they had some things going on with their relationship and family at the time. And they basically were like, I forgot to reply. And then the longer that it took for me to reply, the more guilty I felt. And then I didn't know how to reach out. And it just fell onto the two hard
like,
list.
I need to text Bob. I need to, and then the longer it goes, you're like, Gah.
Yeah. Or they were like, and, you know, like, I've got a lot going on. So I didn't want to be like, oh, we should hang out soon, knowing that I don't have the bandwidth to actually do that. And I was like, that is completely fair enough. But it's like, in those instances, like, it just, you don't know what the other person may be thinking, or they might not even realize that, you know, they're swept up in something else in their life and that they haven't been putting that effort in. So it can be as much as, just having like a gentle conversation, and you're not accusing them. You're literally just checking in to make sure that they're okay and see if you guys are on the same page. And then I think if they don't respond to that, or if you're not happy with the response, then it's like, okay, well, maybe you can reevaluate where you want the friendship to go.
Yeah, and I think in that conversation, you don't need to turn around and be like, you never text me, I always make the effort to hang out. You can use phrases like, it makes me feel really considered when people, you know, initiate plans with me. Or I really value in friendship when, you know, people text me to hang out on the weekend and make plans.
Yeah.
So, like, there are ways that you can word it so it's not like, you dog.
Yeah.
Like, you can really word it in a way that strengthens and enriches the friendship moving forward, rather than being like, you don't do this, it make me sad. You know, and then once you kind of have that conversation, and then if things don't change, then maybe it's worth recognizing and saying like, okay, I can see this is like a low maintenance friendship. It's a swing in, swing out kind of vibe. And I have friendships like that now, like that, you know, there's people that I don't really hear from them often, and that's fine. When I do hear from them, the door's always open. I'm always like, yeah, absolutely, love to hear it. How are you? What's going on? And then there are friends that I call every day on the morning when I'm on my way to work.
Yeah.
You know, that I'm like, how are you? What's the tea? What's going on? What's the rub?
Yeah.
And like that I talk to every day, and they call me back. That there are just going to be different levels of investment with some friendships, and you maybe just haven't found those people that have that same level of investment yet. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. I didn't really find like my people until my late 20s. So like, doesn't mean that you're weird and have like devil horns and a forked tongue, which if you do, call me.
Yeah, sounds like you would be a great time.
So that's my workplace crush, the devil.
Yeah. And I just think it's worth like having those conversations, but also knowing that going from high school into your 20s and just into every different stage of your life, it's really normal for your friendships to evolve and
you
change.
Are BB. You are BB. You are going to meet so many people. Like even now, like we're 30, right? Prehistoric. But there are so many things that are going to happen forward in our lives where we're going to meet so many other friends and new friends.
Yeah.
Like even just think in the last year of like, you know, people that we've met and developed friendships with. That it's constantly there and constantly ongoing. And I do think she is doing the right steps, like disconnecting from her phone, because it is really hard when you're feeling lonely. Like if it's a Friday night, no one's asked you to hang out, you don't have any plans, and you're watching Instagram stories of everyone else having fun, throw the phone in the ocean. Like it's really hard, especially then when, you know, then you put on the TV and you're watching something like Friends. Or like
Sex in the City or something.
And you're like, I just want my clan. And it's like they're out there. You will find them and put yourself out there, basically. Have the door open.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Dilemma number 3.
Oh, this one looks juicy. Should I be annoyed my boyfriend proposed on Christmas? I feel bad saying this, but it's been 8 months and I'm still kind of pissed. Basically, my boyfriend proposed to me on Christmas morning as my Christmas present. So not only will our engagement always be overshadowed by Christmas, family lunches, and ham, but I also didn't get like a proper Christmas present. My mum said it's a sweet and a cute tradition, but my friend said it's like he did a buy one, get one free.
Oh.
Am I being silly or am I valid? Would you be annoyed if your boyfriend proposed on Christmas? Because I think I would be.
I don't think I would. I don't know if I would be annoyed. It's not ideal.
That's the thing.
I think that if you...
I'd be like, get up.
I think it's better to save, if you can, any sort of like proposal or wedding or anniversary, like anything that's going to have an anniversary in future for its own day.
I agree.
So you
I
can
don't
give
think
it
you
the
should-
attention
yeah.
it deserves and the time that it deserves. But I also think that...
It could be worse. He could have done it at someone else's wedding.
Exactly.
No, but I think no proposals on like birthdays, no proposals on Christmas, no proposals on like someone else's day.
Yeah, and because I'm like, what was the inspiration here? Because I'm like, are you a big Christmas girl? And so he's like, you love Christmas. So I wanted to do it on like your favorite day of the year. Like, what was the motivation behind it? Because
Was it supposed to be romantic?
It could have been supposed to have been romantic and sweet, not a like buy one get one free kind of vibe. And also,
I kind of
wedding rings are also really expensive. So if I got proposed to on Christmas Day, I don't know if I would be mad if I didn't get a Christmas present
I would
as
be mad
well.
if I didn't get another Christmas present. Because then I'm like, I was going to be getting a ring anyway, whether it was on Christmas or not. So now I didn't get the Christmas present.
Yeah.
If it's a budget thing, then sure, fine.
That's what I mean.
But like, if it's a budget thing of being like, I just spent this much money on a ring, I can't really afford a Christmas present, then that's a different story.
But you
could make a coupon book or something.
Yeah,
But
like you could do something else that is like...
I'm like, I want a Christmas present too. And then I agree. Then it's like your day that we got engaged that day is also then very likely to be spent then surrounded by other people, which like maybe that's your vibe, not saying not, but like you don't get to go out and have like a picnic together and be like, oh, this is the day we got engaged. No, you're going to a family
To
lunch
Auntie
for the
Merrill's
next
for
like
Christmas.
4 hours with,
Yeah.
screaming kids and full tummies.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. It just depends on like, where the motivation came from and your feelings around it, which obviously you're not happy with it.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, like, what can you do about it? It's already been done.
Yeah. I feel like as well, there are probably people out there that have been proposed to on Christmas and they're like, I loved it. It was the best day ever.
Yeah.
Buy me a puppy. Don't buy me a ring on Christmas. That's the thing. I want to open like a little kitten.
Yeah.
Don't buy puppies for Christmas. That's actually really bad advice. I've just been trying to recreate the opening scene of The Lady and the Tramp for like
Our whole lives.
my entire life. So that's just a personal dream of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think obviously she doesn't like it. But you can maybe just say, can we move the anniversary? Maybe you
Do
just...
people celebrate the anniversary of their
their
proposal?
proposal? I don't know. I would, but that's me.
Because
I
I'm
love
like,
to celebrate
then are you
anything.
celebrating like the day that you got together, like you became official boyfriend and girlfriend or
Boyfriend,
whatever?
girlfriend?
You're
Day you-
celebrating the day that you get proposed to, and then also the day you get married, and then also like probably Valentine's Day.
Oh, true.
Like, there's a
that's
lot-
only 4 days a year. That's not enough.
And then and then both of your birthdays. I am like, I just don't know how
celebrate their engagements.
Do
Let's look
they?
it up.
I don't know. They might. I'm just like, as long as maybe you're not having like your wedding on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Celebrate.
Now some people get married on like the anniversary of their engagement.
Yeah.
Like some people do that.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good point. So maybe like that's also a comfort that it's like moving forward, you'll probably be celebrating your wedding anniversary more than your proposal anniversary. But I get it. I think she's valid. Especially
I would
because that's
be-
just how she feels.
Exactly.
I would be like, go get me a Christmas present.
I'd be like, it's not ideal, and you still owe me a present.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this year,
You-
or I'd be like, haha, this year you owe me 2 presents.
Yeah, because then he'd be like, I got you $1,000. But I'm like, that's the thing. You're getting the ring anyway.
Yeah. The thing as well,
I think she still should have got a Christmas present.
yeah, even if it was
yeah.
something. Yeah. But I guess the other thing that I sometimes feel weird about, like, engagements in some situations is because, like, only one person gets a really expensive ring. So one person is throwing down heaps of money for something, and then the other person doesn't actually get, it's not reciprocated. It's not like then you buy them a really expensive ring too. So even if you're being like, oh, well, I only got the engagement ring, I didn't get a Christmas present, they're also like, well, I didn't get an engagement ring. So I guess it's just the way that you look at it.
Yeah.
And I would just hope that maybe it was like a harmless.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Mistake.
I don't think it was an intentional buy one get one free.
Yeah, but I think as a general rule,
No proposals.
that are associated with any other special day.
Yeah,
Birthday, Christmas.
make your own special day.
Unless you've explicitly stated that that's important to you,
Yeah,
and that
being
would
like,
be your
it would
dream.
be my dream to get engaged on Christmas. Unless that's like a side note or conversation.
Yeah.
And like,
I reckon.
stick to the kitten.
I think so. But I want to hear what you
Yeah,
chicks think.
I wonder what
in the comments.
Yeah, because obviously we're both spinsters who
Yeah,
are
that's the thing, we're
unmarried
not
harlots.
engaged,
So maybe we don't really know.
Yeah.
No one loves us. Nobody likes us.
Two bitches
left.
Nobody likes us. But thank you so much to the chicks who sent in your dilemmas. We always really appreciate and trust you sending them in, and for you trusting us with our advice that we give you. And as always, keep an eye out on your inbox because we'll be sending you some little prize packs to say thank you for sending them in. And if you have a dilemma, we'll also include a link in the show notes so you can send yours in if you want us to answer it on the show.
Yeah. Love you, chicks.
Thanks for having us in your ear holes. We love to be here.
Bye. Bye now.